Dustin, why would anybody let their property go to tax sale if they could just sell it? So remember, you're not looking at this from the angle of somebody who is distressed. So a homeowner who is dealing with distress, honestly, they're not quite in the same mental space as you and I. Like, we look at it as a logical entrepreneur taking the logical steps. And a couple of the things that happen is if you have someone who's distressed, a lot of the times they just leave it till the last minute. They leave it till the last minute and then it's too late. So in a crazy housing market, this is why tax liens and deeds are a very exceptional business, because you're going to be dealing with people who have a pain point and a motivation to sell. So a lot of the times these folks, when you get in touch with them, if you want, so I recommend a double prong approach, like going to the tax lien sale, going to the deed sale, but also trying to scoop these things up before the auction is another key thing to do, because if you scoop them up before the auction, you can wholesale, you can make 10 to 30,000 bucks off that property, and then you never had to own it, right? So that is definitely cool. Now, you might not get the home run up to 90% below market value that you would if you're buying like an over the counter, or if you're just getting a home run deal at the auction. However, even in our regular business where we're getting property before the auction all the time, what we're able to do is with these properties, scoop them up before the sale and wholesale them. So I want to explain this, okay? So tax liens and deeds go in seasons. All right. So depending on where you are, you're going to have a season of tax lien and deed investing. So some might be once a year. So like what we do in the meantime, in between sales, is we fix and flip, we wholesale, and we're generally dealing with the tax lien list. So this allows us to have stable cash flow throughout our business, right? So, if the sale's only happening once a year, that tax lien list is available sometimes up to a couple years back. So what we're doing in between sales is we're contacting people who are distressed, and then we're wholesaling, we're fixing and flipping. So I definitely recommend that as far as having a hook in the water in between, because you might live in a state where they only have a sale every year. Or if you live in a state where there's a sale once a month, that's great. You can have a consistent schedule. Now, in a competitive market, the key thing here is you have to realize the perspective of the motivated seller, right? So with them, a lot of the times they think to themselves, man, my house needs too much work to list with a realtor. Maybe they don't want to do that. So when you reach out to them and you tell them, look, you'll take the house as is, you can even help them find a new place to live if you want to, like, go above and beyond and help that person.